Hi everyone, Carin Rockind here, aka Purpose Girl with a Purposeful Monday, all about fear. So I am working on a project right now that is giving me anxiety and my nerves are doing all sorts of, somersaults and cartwheels in my belly, and it is just making me think of, what is this fear? What is it all about? Why do we have it? And most importantly, how do we move through it in order to continue on our path and live our purpose and have the life that we know we are meant to live? So I will tell you, a few years ago, I did leave my six-figure VP title corporate job, and I, sold my boat and I started life over as a grad student at 36 years old. And so some people say to me, Carin, you must have no fear. They could not be more wrong. I absolutely have fear. And I want to share with you some of the things I'm afraid of, because as long as people think that those of us who are out there helping others don't have fear, then you might not realize how normal it is. So I'll tell you, I'm afraid of heights, and I'm afraid that I'll, die alone, and I'm afraid that people will reject me, and no one's going to like this book that I'm working on, and no publisher is going to pick it up. Those are just a few of my fears. The key is I can't let any of those things hold me back to living the life that I know I was put on this earth to live. So here's a few things about fear that I want to share with you that I know. First of all, fear is completely normal and natural. It is human. We are designed to have fear because of our survival mechanism, right? Our ancestors had to survive in the desert, and they had to be able to identify, is this a predator or could this be a friendly source for our survival? So fear was completely natural. Okay? However, we now get afraid of all sorts of things, even though there aren't true predators kind of coming to eat us or eat our kin or take our food, right? But fear, our brain is wired for that negativity. Our brain is wired to look for threats, so that fear is completely normal and natural. So the first thing I'm saying to myself as I have this fear is I'm giving myself a lot of compassion and saying, of course you're afraid. It's normal, it's natural. Second is we have to understand that fear also means that we might be expecting kind of the worst results, right? What am I afraid of? So what if publisher doesn't buy this book? All right, I'll self-publish. And what's the worst thing that comes out of that? I spend some money, and ideally, even if just a couple of people read the book, I've done what I've wanted to do. So again, what are the false expectations or the kind of worst thing that can happen with some of these fears? I told you I was afraid of heights. So a couple of weeks ago in San Francisco, I will tell you, I got on a bike and I biked across the Golden Gate Bridge. It was like the scariest hour of my life. I was going so slow and the wind was gusting, and basically I swore it was going to take me off my bike and down into the water. But I stayed on that bike because I thought, what's the worst that can happen? Well, there is a worst that could happen, but I knew that if I really needed to, I could get off that bike and I could walk, and I could still accomplish my goal. So we need to be thinking of, what are the what's the worst that can happen, and then what are the alternate plans, right? And then we need to remember, let's have faith in ourselves. Faith in ourselves that when we are following that intuition, that gut, that passion and purpose that we just know we were here to do, then we need to be able to take a leap and know that we'll land on our feet. Because we're not doing this for ourselves and our own good, right? I'm writing this book because I want to help thousands, millions of people know who they are, know their purpose, and go after it. So, and I have faith in that message. I need to have faith in me that it will work. So that's how we get through our fear. At least that's how I'm going to get through it today. So with that, I wanted to show you some of my own fears so that you see that you are normal and that you too can get through yours. I hope that you have a fearless day, and truly that you remember that you are living with purpose and that you love yourself and you love life. Bye for now.